What if I told you that most people will stay poor for their entire lives? Not because they aren't intelligent, not because they don't work hard, but because they're trapped inside a system they don't even know exists. Every morning, millions of people wake up with good intentions. They promise themselves that this year will be different. They'll save more, earn more, work harder. Yet somehow, nothing changes. The paycheck comes in, the bills get paid, a little money disappears on things that seem harmless. Then another month passes, and the cycle begins again. The truth is, poverty is rarely created overnight. It's created one small decision at a time. Imagine you're running on a treadmill. You run faster. You sweat more. You push yourself harder than ever before. But no matter how much effort you give, you never actually move forward. For millions of people, that's exactly what life feels like. They confuse movement with progress. Being busy feels productive. Working longer hours feels like success. But activity and progress are two completely different things. You can spend 10 years running and still end up exactly where you started. The system rewards those who create value, not simply those who stay busy. Most people believe their biggest problem is a lack of money. But money isn't the real problem. Habits are. Every financial decision you make is the result of thousands of tiny habits you've repeated for years. Buying something because it feels good, avoiding difficult conversations about money, choosing comfort over learning, spending today instead of planning for tomorrow. These choices seem small, almost invisible, but over time, they become your future. Success isn't usually one giant decision. It's hundreds of tiny decisions repeated every single day. Here's something that surprises many people. Earning more doesn't automatically make you wealthy. In fact, many people receive a raise, only to become just as broke as before. Why? Because as income increases, expenses increase too. A bigger salary becomes a bigger apartment, a nicer car, more subscriptions, better restaurants, more expensive vacations. Their lifestyle grows at exactly the same speed as their paycheck. So despite earning twice as much, their bank account barely changes. They've upgraded their lifestyle, but not their future. The wealthy often ask a very different question. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" they ask, "What can I own that will pay me later?" That's a completely different mindset. One person spends money to look successful. The other spends money to become successful. One buys liabilities. The other buys assets. One chases status. The other chases freedom. At first, the difference seems small. But after 5, 10, or 20 years, the gap becomes enormous. Not because one person was smarter, but because their habits were different. Money can be lost. Money can be earned again. But time never comes back. The wealthiest people understand something most people ignore. Small improvements, compounded over many years, become extraordinary results. Reading 10 pages every day, learning one new skill every month, investing consistently, improving little by little. These actions don't look impressive today, but they completely change your future. Most people underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years because they overestimate what can happen in 1 month. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't stay poor because the world is against them. They stay poor because yesterday quietly becomes today, and today quietly becomes tomorrow. Without change, the future simply repeats the past. But here's the good news. The same habits that slowly built your current life can also build a completely different one. One better decision, one better habit, one better investment, repeated consistently, year after year. That's how wealth is really created. Not overnight, not through luck, but through choices. Every single day. So the question isn't, why do most people stay poor forever? The real question is, what small decision will you make today that your future self will thank you for?